Hello all. Warning, I'm going to rant because I just came from the dollar store because my son and I are going to be splitting because I don't need all that many paper towels and toilet paper and tissues. So, well, tissues I might use all them. But, so, I went in the dollar store because I figured I'm not going till this weekend. I just need some toilet paper and tissues to hold me over. Okay. So, I go in the dollar store and I see toilet paper. Oh, this is not the way out. They make it so difficult. I couldn't make a left out of the dollar store to go to that exit. Why? I don't know. So I'm going around and around in the parking lot. So I love the fact that they have the spices for $1.25, not $1 anymore, but $1.25. And I'm trying to find a freaking exit here. So I love that. I actually did find teriyaki sauce, not a lot of sodium, and soy sauce, low sodium. So happy for that because I'm going to attempt my stir fry, but this time with like peppers, different colored peppers, and cauliflower, broccoli, mushrooms, spinach with my tofu Thursday night. So I wanted to get it to marinate it. So I turned around and got everything more than I needed. I found actually the baby's room is going to be dinosaurs. So I did find dinosaur burp cloths. I found if you have to throw out a diaper, they're like kind of scented throwaway diaper bags for on the go, because I ordered the diaper bag today because no one got that. I'm gonna fill it with all this stuff. And what else did I find? I found cloths, cleaning cloths. Needed more tin foil, aluminum foil, whatever you want to call it. And this guy's gonna hit me. Good job, dude. Didn't hit me, came close. So I found like a lot of things that I needed, and so I was very happy. And all $1.25, because now the dollar store, not only is it $1.25 instead of $1, they have things in there that are $2, $3. I don't see any $4, $5. So I was glad I found all $1.25 things, and probably things I didn't actually need. A couple things probably I didn't actually. Oh, I'm going to the singles mixer or meetup or whatever, St. Patrick's Day thing. So I got a nice scarf. Headband thing with like, shamrocks. And what else did I? Oh, socks. So I really should have also bought the high socks, because if I find a dress that's flattering, to the knee. I'd wear my boots, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going with pants. So, if anything, find a long top and leggings. So, I don't think I'll need the high socks. So, get all the stuff, and we also got Clorox wipes, travel wipes, a little pack of them, and I think that's it. I spent $30, so it seems like I got more than I said, but sorry for the dark. But this is my rant, okay? Self-checkout only. Now, there are 2 registers that someone could be there, and there was a girl checking someone out. And then by the time I went up there, lights out on both of the registers for the, I'm gonna put this on so you can see me better. Lights out on both of the registers that someone could actually check you out. And the 2 self-serve, the lights are on. So I stood there for a few minutes, and the girl just totally acted like I don't see you. And I was really peeved about that, because she didn't say, oh, can I help you? I would have said, yes, can you check me out? I prefer someone to check me out rather than self-checkout. So, acts like she cannot be bothered. So, not only do you now have to bring your own bags, which I forgot my bag in the trunk, so shame on me, but not only do you have to bring your own bags into a store, you got to bag your own crap. You got to check yourself out. No discount for that. And I'm sorry, if I would have even got $1 off of my order, I would have been thrilled. I mean, if they offer, you know, $1 for every $50 you spend off, I would still be thrilled. And you know what? I probably would have bought a bag, which are 99 cents. And that's another thing. Their bags that they sell don't hold crap, because I tried to put heavy stuff, rip. And the handles don't rip. It's the top part that's sewed around the bag, the very top, comes undone every freaking time I've bought them. So I've now learned, of course, you can't pack heavy stuff in them, number 1. But number 2, I then buy a bag that I think my granddaughter would like. So then she puts her like Barbies, things like that, that are lightweight, that I know will not rip this thing. And I'm so sorry, I'm yawning. I was trying not to. And so at least, you know, get use out of it. But so you have to bring your own bags, you have to check yourself out, and you got to bag your own crap. So whole big bag of garbage on the side of the road, well, kind of in the road. So yeah, so I'm a little annoyed at that. And I was actually looking, because for the shower, my daughter and I are doing the little puffy things, shower puffy things. I don't know what the hell they're called. I call them puffs, shower puffs, and little shower gels. So I figure for $1 each, well, guess what? I can get, there's 50 people coming, I can get 60 4 of the shower puffs. Like, I want to say, I'm so sorry, I'm yawning. $26 and change. So, that's less than $1.25 each. And then the shower gels, I can order them, and I want to say it's Dove shower gels, Those are like 100 of the small little ones. And I figured Dove is safe because anybody has any allergies or whatever, they're all natural. And we're doing those as little, you know, from our shower to yours, from Donna's shower to yours. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. Then from there, okay, I didn't find them. So they are complaining. More and more people are shopping online than going into stores. Guess what? I'm going home now, and because if I would have had to put 50 of those puffs, 50 little shower gels, if they had them, click them all out, and I'm sure if I said, can I buy a bag, the girl would have said, sure, which one? Because she's going to sell something. It was behind the counter, so I couldn't go behind the counter to get these bags. So I was almost tempted because they had, I think it was 5 puffs, but they were small, really tiny, like kid size. And I figured, people might use them, they might not, for $1.25. And we're not doing, even though it's a boy, we're not doing just all blue ones because I'm trying to avoid pink, and I think the ones that I'm going to order from Amazon are like green, yellow, blue, aqua, no pinks in there. Maybe white, gray, I think. There's no pink, no purple, no hint of a girl color. So I think they're unisex, they call them unisex. And again, I don't know what they're called. I call them shower puffs. But I'm gonna sneeze now. Next Tuesday, allergist, try to figure out why. Oh, excuse me. Ever since Christmas when I was sick, I just can't get rid of this. And sometimes it gets worse, and sometimes it's, you know, I can deal with it like now. And I'm gonna sneeze again, I think. So, sorry, oh my Lord. Why more and more people are not shopping in stores and are shopping online? Well, let me tell you, from the comfort of my house, I can order these shower puffs and shower gels. Oh my God, sorry. Oh man, I'm getting like my mother. My mother couldn't just sneeze once. She would sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. And they put her in a medical induced coma the first time because she kept having seizures. The first time she started with the seizures from her non-alcoholic cirrhosis because it affects your brain. And she sneezed. And they're like, the nurse is like, I've never witnessed ever. And she was a nurse for like, I'd say 25 plus years. And she said, she was the head nurse, so she was in charge on the ICU. And she's like, in all my years, I've never witnessed a patient sneeze in there, in like any kind of a coma. And so I was like, yeah, well, don't be surprised she sneezes again. And that's the only time I witnessed her, because I was there. That's the only time I witnessed her sneeze just once. So, which was the weirdest, oddest thing. Because I'm like, is she awake? And they're like, no, she's in a medical just coma. And that's what the nurse said that. So, going back to, so in the comfort of my own home, I can order these shower puffs, the shower gels, and I have to find bags or to put them in, some kind of netting bags, from the comfort of my house. Guess what? I don't have to bag them. I don't have to check them out. I can just take them, they come in the box, and all together in one box. Because I do reduce the amount of boxes, although sometimes that doesn't always work, which that drives me crazy too. And it told me that I have a $10 credit that will automatically show on my next order. I'm still waiting for that. But I did order this blue maxi dress. It's not a navy blue. It's not a light blue. It's not even an aqua blue. It's like an between like a medium blue and a navy blue. And for the shower, because I figure that'll be the most flattering, hopefully. And is this like a cop behind me watching me record and wondering what the hell I'm doing? Or is it a car? I don't know. I think it's a car, just thank God. You can see me now because his freaking headlights. It's like a I think it's a BMW like crossover. Whatever. Because I was trying to see if it was a cop car. And his lights are like bright. But so that's why you're like kind of, you know, the dollar store you can't order online unless you order in major bulk. Found that out because I wanted to order like maybe 12 pool noodles for a project, which now is a mute point, but because it was for the house and now I'm in the apartment. But I wanted to order like 12. You have to order like 100. I'm like, oh, the hell with this. So you can't, you have to order in bulk. And so that was a little disappointing. And still have snow on the ground. I put Jazzy's little jacket on, and she doesn't want her little boots on because it's dry. The ground is dry. And a lot of the snow, I would say 3/4 of the snow melted. So she goes on the grass and she doesn't want, and the sidewalk is dry. So I just thought it would be, you know, she wouldn't be cold either, but whatever. So yeah, that's really annoying to me that you're complaining and they're saying they can't get people to work. I wonder if they're saving, if this is my wondering, were they forced to do self-checkout because they couldn't get enough people to work? Or are they doing self-checkout to save money on how many workers they have? Because this girl was the only girl I seen in the whole store. I'm like, anything goes down, this girl is like... And I actually almost accidentally stole a rock. And I know you say, how the hell you accidentally stole? They had these rocks that say dream, peace, faith, all kinds of things. I can't remember the other. There was like 5 different. And I wanted to get my granddaughter one for that says dream. And because she collects rocks. So I wanted to get one. And I was actually thinking to myself, you know, like, oh, I'll tell the girl when I walked up there. And then when she didn't, and then I was like, I almost like took it thinking, oh, I told them I wanted one. So they rung it up, but then I'm like, no, I rung myself up. So I went to, and I stopped myself. So if I would have took it and not paid for it, I absolutely would have went back in. I had cash on me and I would have gave the girl, paid for it. And I was willing to do that if the girl, because she came back to the register and the lady goes, oh, can you tell me where the facial tissues are? And she's like, oh, I'll show you. I'm like, they're on the back wall. If you go to the, they're facing the back wall, the wall. There's plenty of them there. You can't miss them. But she said, oh, I'll show you. And I think she was afraid that I was going to ask her something. So, like, whatever. So, that is my thing. And I don't know how you feel about self-checkout. I feel that like self-checkout. I know the ShopRites in our area, they're all owned by the same people. The ones that I've gone into, they have not shopped there personally. I've done it for my job. I was hearing this, and it was all over Facebook, for the town I grew up in. I belong to, that group for that town. And I was like, are you kidding me? You can't like put your stuff in your bag. I would, put my bags in my cart and then put my items in there and then take them out and put them up on the thing. And then my bags would all be set up, and I'd go through, and as they rung it, I'd put the stuff back in the bags. You're not allowed to do that anymore. And I saw a lot of people that used to do that. You are not, if an item is not paid for, you cannot put it in your bag. Oh my God. You want us to ring up, because they realized that there was too many people stealing, because they were putting stuff in their bags, leaving stuff in the bottom of the bags, ringing it up themselves, and then putting back in, putting stuff in on top of it. So, and no one, not like Walmart, no one checking the receipts. And really, Walmart, are you going through all those bags to make sure that everything that's on that list? No. The guy, when I go there, looks at the receipt, looks at the card, looks about right. Same thing. I mean, Costco, it's right there. But I know people that have accidentally taken stuff, like their kids put it in their pocket, or the kid's coat was there. I know the cart's supposed to go one side and the thing, but the kid was in the cart, and they're, oh, don't worry about it. And the kid had put something under its cart that got outside, and about to put the jacket on and realize, holy crap, are you kidding me? So, yeah. So, nothing's 100%. You're not going to prevent. If someone wants to steal and accidentally, I've been to ShopRite where I take, and my cards, when I bought cards, which very rarely, I would flip up that solid thing that goes down for the kids, and I'd flip that up, put my cards there, push it down. And then so I can put more stuff there. And I kind of wanted to protect the cards. Well, guess what? There was only one time I did not go back in, because the lines were forget about it. And the last time I went in, because it happened to me quite often, which, like I said, I don't buy them there anymore. It was just easier when the kids were little, and I had to go to the food store anyway, and I wasn't going here and there and wherever. So they turned around, and I went back in, and I went to the customer service, and I said, I'm really sorry, I have to apologize, as you see. And I lifted up, I said, I had all my other groceries, had put them in the cart, and then I realized the cards are there. So I said, I'm really sorry, this was under here, and I didn't pay for it. And I mean, I did it maybe, at this point, was the third time in I don't know how many years, of doing my grocery shopping and buying the cards. So I was very conscious, because I'd have my list. Did I get everything in cards? And I circle them. So the top of my list is cards, and, it wasn't on my phone back then. It was handwritten. Phones weren't so savvy then. So turn around, and and the woman was a little cranky at me. And I'm lying. It was not ShopRite. It was Pathmark. So lying. Sorry about that. ShopRite was not. The ShopRite in our town was disgusting. I just didn't like it. And they've moved across town, and they've made a bigger and better one. But Still, I don't really shop there. I do Aldi's, Lidl, however you want to say it, Dollar Store, and Whole Foods. So, just cheaper. And Walmart. They're cheaper. So I turned around and I wonder why I'm cold. Oh my God. This is like not on. So it was Pathmark, and the woman was a little cranky with me at the customer, service thing. And I said, I'm really sorry. And she's like, so you walked out, you didn't pay for it, and now you're back to pay for it. And I'm like, yes. She goes, so you didn't just walk down, grab cards because you forgot it. And I was like, no, I forgot to pay. She was kind of like wanted me to say that. And I was like, I'm really sorry. It's rare that I don't know if you have kids. Mine are young. And this is my alone time. And I usually write, cards at the top, circle it, whatever. I remembered when I was in here, so it wasn't on my list. And I forgot to pay for it. So she's like, just give me the cards. So the fourth time, which was 6 months later or whatever it was quite a bit of time after, I got out to the card. I'm like, oh, sugar. Because again, it wasn't on my list. I just was like, oh crap, so-and-so's thing is coming up. Or I was like, oh, I'm here. Or someone lost someone. I honestly don't remember what the card was for. And I got out and it was one card. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. That lady at the customer service counter was so bitchy the last time. I'm not going through that again. No way. So I was like, you know what? So I felt bad. I really did. Because that's not me. And I remember one time my friend went in to this little store, little neighborhood store, and she was like, she had the money, but she grabbed, of course, we're talking when things were like a penny, a piece of candy, a nickel, at the most 2 cents, and she grabbed like stuff, and she's like put it in her pocket. And gross, first of all, because it wasn't like, that's, oh God, that would never fly now. Like, remember Sweetest Fish? And they were just loose. Never fly now. But, so she grabbed a handful, and I had like a quarter. And I put on the counter, and they're like, what's this for? I go, just take it. And they just looked at me. And my friend was going out the door, and they're like, oh. I'm like, sorry. So, I felt bad. And she never knew that I did that. And did she grab a quarter's worth of? I don't know. Probably close to it. But all I had was a quarter, or dollars. And I was like, I'm not putting $1 down. So, of course. But yeah. So, but could you imagine these days? Just grabbing your hands in and taking some Swedish Fish, taking some gumballs, and oh God. But we lived, didn't we? We survived. Nowadays, oh my God, people flip out over that shit. I mean, we didn't have bottles of water, and we were outside playing, and you wanted a drink, go to the hose. And you know what was probably in that hose? Blah. We survived. We did. We're not dead. So, I don't know. But I'm just noticing my neighbor upstairs still has her Christmas tree up. It is like February 20th. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. Oh, I was thinking of leaving my little tree. It literally is like this big. So, like 2 feet. Not even. It's like, yeah, I think it's like 2 feet. So, I don't know. Maybe like this. Like this. I don't know. I was thinking of, for Valentine's Day, putting, getting little hearts and putting it on it, and then St. Patrick's Day, little clovers, and I'm saying shamrocks, clovers, I don't know. Is that one and the same? I don't know, I'm getting confused. I got a splitting headache. Had it all day. And then like little Easter eggs, but then I'm like, okay, St. Patrick's Day is the 17th. Hello. 17th. And then the end, March 31st is Easter. And that blew me, right? I was like, forget it. Just put it away. So I did. But, yes. So, I'm going to end this. But that is my rant. We went from bagging, bringing your own bags to, I didn't mind bagging when, we didn't have, and I still had my own bags in my trunk, and about half the time remembered them. So, to reuse the bags, and then, so we went from bringing our own bags, bagging our own, to checking our own out. So now we have to check all our items out, remember our bags, and bag our stuff. That is annoying. So, I don't want to hear people that, that girl, she loses her job. I don't want to hear it. You did not want to help me. You purposely were avoiding eye contact with me and anything, and acting like you're busy, and you really weren't doing anything. And God forgive me, but she wasn't. And when she came back up and realized I was still there, because she walked in the back and then came back up and was like, probably like, oh shit, she's still here. And so I didn't have a bag, so probably thought I was going to ask her for a bag. And I'm not saying all young people today are lazy, but I know people that are like, oh, my kid's job is school. And okay, well, why can't they get a summer job? Show them some responsibility. They're not going to school in the summer. And my son worked from the time he was 15. My daughter, she turned 15 in July, the end of July. And actually, I think she started in June or July, maybe right after July 4th. So she was, right after 15. And she didn't have a car, so relied on her, she had to rely on me, and I was the only one. And luckily by then, my son, I don't think did he have a car? Let's see, she was 15, he's 18. Yeah, he had my car by then. I had given him my car. And so, but I get it. If you're working a lot and you can't get your kids, but don't give your kids everything. I mean, my kids did not have everything handed to them. And their child support from their father went in their bank accounts, and they had to learn how to make, they got $405 each a month. It's a lot of money for a kid in high school. And then even my son was working, and so I took his car insurance out of that. And so he didn't get the whole 405, but he got a good chunk of it. So my daughter got it all, and when she went to college, gave it to her, and she'd worked and still, so that kind of helped. But don't come to me. You have a job, you're working, and you are getting your child support. So that's $100 a week. So if you had a part-time job, you would be making probably take home $100 a week. Sometimes my son wouldn't make $100 a week take home when he was in high school. But once he went to college, which wasn't for him, But yeah, so that's like, so they had to learn how to budget that money. And like I said, $100 a week in high school, God. I mean, I had a job and my daughter babysat besides the job. She worked, and there's some kids, don't get me wrong, there's some kids that can't handle working and school. They have to totally focus on school. And I'm not saying then that's fine. They, you know, or if you can't get home to get them to a job, you know, they can't get there without you, that's fine. I get that. But there's summers. And then make them put, I told my kids, like, half your money should be going in a savings account. And then half for spending. And they always did that. They were both very good. And when they needed certain things and stuff, they were like, there you go, I have the money. So it teaches them responsibility instead of just handing. I mean, I know kids, oh, I don't want them to work. School is their job. Like I said, summers. And then get them a brand new car when they get their license. First of all, you could disagree with me because a lot of people do. Just my opinion. You should not get your kid a brand new car when they get their license. A very good, reliable used car, yes. That's why my son got my car. My daughter, I bought my brother-in-law. He had bought Frank, who passed away, his mother's car, because when his mother died. And then I knew my brother-in-law, he knew cars, and he took care of it. So I knew it was a reliable car. So, yes. I believe a very reliable car, but not a good reliable car and not a brand new car. Because I knew too many kids that, no fault of their own, someone hit them, or they drove to school, scratch, bing, someone backed into them, and of course didn't leave a note or nothing. And happened to me. I didn't even get the license plates for this car. I think it was this car. Yeah, this car. It's a 2017. Yeah, my daughter's graduation, and someone backed into it, and I had to have it taken care of. And I was really pissed off because I went to the school and the cameras didn't see it. The angle that they were at, you can't see where I parked. So, really pissed off about that. So that's why. Here I am, an adult. So, kids are going to school, kids are going to a job, kids are going to the mall, bing, bang, but they're not taken care of. It's all about responsibility, teaching our kids responsibility. And a lot of kids these days are lazy. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of kids. I see a good portion of kids lazy. And I see parents that are just, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, giving them money because they're making all this money. And yeah, sure, just go. I had game night. I had family night. Even now, when we have dinner, put the phones away. They're adults. They have their own place. Don't care. When we're having dinner, put your phones away. My son is on his phone constantly. But when I say, okay, that's it, we're at dinner, put your phones away. Mine goes on Do Not Disturb. As the only people that can get through on Do Not Disturb are my children, and they're with me, so, well, my siblings, and then they know, I'm not going to pick up if I have dinner, or I will text them, like, having dinner with the kids or whatever. So when I'm with my family, my siblings, and we go out to dinner, or we're at someone's house for dinner, it's like, nope, phone's on Do Not Disturb. Anybody that needs to get me is right here. So I'm going on and on. I need to get in and walk my dog again, and hopefully the last time, take some ibuprofen for this freaking headache that I've had all day, and get comfy and go to bed. So, love to hear feedback. I know I went in a couple of different directions here, but my main one is about this, self-checkout, bagging your own, bringing your bags, and then checking yourself out, and then bagging your own crap. And what you think. All right, talk to you later. Bye.